coming in. US President Donald Trump has questioned the reliability of NATO allies during the Iran conflict, saying the crisis tested whether the alliance would stand with Washington in a military situation. Trump said he was very disappointed with some NATO members alleging that certain allies refused to support key US military objectives. The remarks came ahead of the NATO leaders summit in Ankara, where Trump met Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan. The US President has long criticized allies over defense contributions and what he calls an unequal security burden. Trump, who reached the NATO summit, of course, hit out at allies, asking if they would stand with the United States in a major military situation. He said he was disappointed, very much so, with some of the NATO allies, and also alleged that certain allies had refused to support key US military objectives. Brian is now joining us on this. Brian, Trump has vocalized his apprehension of the NATO allies once again while he did attend that summit, and he did join that. Take us through his entire full statement.
Well, Kriti, clearly as of now there is a statement of obviously US President Donald Trump, and clearly this also very much highlights is what has been going on, and US President Trump has publicly now questioned the reliability of NATO during the Iran conflict, and this becomes extremely important because obviously Trump has been extremely blunt about what he has been speaking. He has openly questioned the reliability, saying the recent Iran conflict became a real test of whatever American allies would stand by Washington during a military crisis. Again, he was speaking in Ankara, and after meeting the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan, also Trump admitted that he was extremely disappointed with the alliance, claiming several member states failed to support key U.S. military objectives during the confrontation with Iran, and said deliberately observed how NATO members reacted during the crisis, insisting that he wanted to see whether American allies would support Washington when it mattered most. Not only that, U.S. President also renewed his long-standing criticism that America bears a disproportionate share of NATO's security burden, while many European allies continue to rely heavily on U.S. military production. And according to Trump, the Iran conflict also raised several concerns after several allies reportedly refused to allow American forces. Yes.
Brian, thank you very much for joining us, viewers. Let's slip into a very quick commercial and then we'll be right back.